you have a unique life purpose and you can find it in 2022. Hello and welcome to this week's Wild Spirits News. My name is Sibylle and today I'll tell you to find purpose in 2022. It's a time of the year when many people take stock. They look back to the old year, and if you haven't done that yet, then check out the ritual I published there. There should be a card somewhere up there that you can click and get to the ritual to close off with 2021. And then people make plans for the new year. And you may have been here before, you may have done this before. You made some plans and set some goals for the year. Maybe you decided to implement some changes in your life and you may have successfully implemented them. However, many people are still missing that sense of a big picture, the sense of this, the purpose, the overall purpose in their lives that connects everything together and that makes them live each day, each week, and each month intentionally rather than more or less floating or drifting from one to the next. Your mission today is to learn how to find purpose in 2022 and gain a whole new level of happiness. Task number 1 is how you don't find purpose. Now, in order to discover your unique life purpose, it might be helpful to know how you don't go about it. And I'm making this its own task because there is so much bad advice floating around on the internet in particular. So first of all, you have heard me say this before, a purpose is never something you do. It's never a job or a particular work. That is not purpose. You can have passion in what you do. You can have a life calling. That's a different thing. You can have a life calling, like a doctor might feel that it's their calling to be a doctor. That is different, but this is not a life purpose. No, a purpose is why you do what you do. It's the underlying reason. And when I say it's why you do what you do, the word do in this context does not necessarily mean work or a business or something that you earn an income with. It can be what you do in the sense of a passion or in the sense of voluntary work or all sorts of things. It's usually, there's bits and pieces of it everywhere in your life, or at least in a well-aligned and well-designed life. It is like this. Your purpose is everywhere and it is the underlying reason for everything. It is connected with your deepest core and your deepest inner being. Task number 2 is find your purpose in 2022. So now that you know what it's not, you know that your purpose can be expressed in your work, but it never is your work. It is in yourself. It's connected to your innermost values and all these good things. So I'm going to give you 3 ways to find your purpose in 2022. And you, if you want to do this, just pick one and see this through. And this is obviously far beyond this video and the duration of this video. This is a task that is for the entire year, right? Or at least half of it, as you'll see. Number 1 is to align your life. And this means that every part of your life, your work, your family, your behavior, your passion, you're pursuing your passions, everything you do in your life needs to be aligned with who you are at the deepest core, with your values. And that's the most important thing. Nothing can go contrary to your values. And if you want to know what your values is or how to find them, your top values, that I'll put a link in the description below to where you can find that. Number 2 is take a coaching program. My own signature program is called The Magic of Purpose for a reason, because it's there to help people find a purpose. This is a very intense 6 months one-on-one coaching program where you have me personally coaching you for 6 months. And it will touch all areas of your life, because again, all of this works together. It will touch every area of your life, but it will particularly emphasize the things that light you up, your passions, and it will lead you to finding your purpose. And that is guaranteed. It happens in 100% of the cases. So you could look into that. I'll put a link to that in the description as well to make it easier for you. The third way is to radically downsize and prioritize your passion this year. Passion or passions, multiple passions this year. Now this takes some courage, and obviously you may not be in a position to do that. But if you are, then really downsize your life. Do only the most necessary. Change jobs if you have to one that is less demanding or has fewer hours. Get help in your daily life so you're not as busy in your daily life. Make space and radically do the things that light you up. Focus on your passions. Make them a true priority. That sounds a little weird, but if you radically commit yourself to joy, this will inevitably lead you to your purpose. Again, your purpose is not that the things that light you up, your passions. It's not the same thing, but it kind of lives in the same neighborhood, you could say, energetically, emotionally. So these emotions will lead you on to finding your purpose. It will become clear to you in the course of that time. But that requires some commitment, and again, at least several months, possibly most or all of the next year. But you know what? This year will pass anyway, and you may as well fill it with something that is really worth finding out. And that brings me to task number 3, which is, as usual, let me know. Leave a comment below the video and tell me, do you know your life purpose? Would you like to know it? Are you looking into putting one of these 3 things that I mentioned into practice? I'll reply to every comment, I promise. And if you would like some more, you could consider becoming a part of the Wild Spirits community by going to wildspiritscoaching.com, that's my website, and fill in that little form there. You'll get Wild Spirits news once a week, 1 email per week, so it's 100% spam free. You'll get a lot of additional articles and information and recommendations of books and other resources, and sometimes you get exclusive offers that are only for my subscribers that nobody else ever gets to see. So go to wildspiritscoaching.com and sign up, or you can Google Wild Spirits Coaching. That'll get you to the website as well. Thank you for watching.